Welcome back to That's What She Said. I am joined by my beautiful, gorgeous host, Marche.
Ew.
Co-host? Yeah, whatever. I don't know. the
Whatever.
terminology. Can I just say out the gate, I want to apologize for my toes being out because
Do they look good?
not really. I need a serious pedicure and on...
I'll have Shantae zoom in. Do you care? You want her to zoom in?
No, I don't care. I shaved my toe hairs on one side, but not on the other side. Let me see. What side is it? It's the left side.
They look better than mine. Did you see mine before I put my socks on just now?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God. They're still white from the wedding and chipped the fuck up. Okay.
You know what I did see, though, that really irritated me is that you're wearing full-blown underwear.
No, I
with
thought
tight
about
pants.
It's
a
about
pet peeve of mine, and I feel like you know this.
I do, and when I put them on today, I thought about that. I was like, "Oh, Carrie is not gonna like this."
You turned around, and I was like, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, it's that time of the month.
Oh, I can understand that. That I understand.
And I got tired of trying to figure out what pants. Like, I just wanted really comfortable pants and really comfortable panties.
Oh, so
And unfortunately, they don't look good together.
it's not even that it doesn't look good. Like any normal person would be like, "Damn, she has a fat ass." It's what annoys me is the way it cuts off the butt. So it's like I'm like, here you have this perfect butt.
And then it's like
Marche's had no kids, and she looks like she just had 2 kids and then went and got a BBL. Like that's how perfect her body looks. It pisses me off. It was I think your bachelorette party, and I text Kiana and I was like, her ass is humongous. But it's like the ratio, it looks like, is it real? Is it not real?
And me and Shantae like to say I have a surprise booty. Like her friend was here because she was like, I don't think it's that big, right? And I'm not offended by it. I'm like, cool. And Shantae was like, no, you don't understand. And I had on really baggy jeans that day, like boyfriend jeans. And she was like, no, Shay has a surprise booty because it's so soft that when I have on a certain jeans, it like, yeah. So it looks like there's nothing there. But when I have on like stuff like this, you catch everything.
It accentuates it. I mean, it's so funny though, because to have butt in boyfriend jeans really means you have ass. When you can still tell you have ass in baggy jeans, that means you have ass for real.
So boyfriend jeans, I'm so glad they made a comeback.
I still can't do it.
No? Why?
Because my ass looks flat.
No.
I need tight stuff.
No. Oh, can we cheers real quick?
Oh my God.
To finally being over this fucking wedding. I am, whew.
I can't wait to talk about it. I know you.
I do, but I would not recommend. That's my Yelp review. Never.
I love that it's a Yelp review. It's so funny and I want to talk about your wedding too because, but I know you guys are going to talk about it as well, or you did talk about it as well already.
No, we didn't, but it's okay. We can talk about it.
So I want to say, first off, it's a really, really big deal. This is like my PSA announcement. It's a really, really big deal. And I'm not even looking at the camera. I keep doing this where I'm looking at myself and not the camera.
I know, right? Are we going to look strange? I hope not.
I don't know. Who cares?
Who cares?
It's a really big deal to be invited to somebody's wedding. And I do not take that lightly because it costs money.
It is a big deal.
And it's not like if somebody doesn't invite you, they don't love you, they don't care about you. There's only so many people you can invite when you don't have money, like serious money to blow.
Right.
And it's just a lot of work. So when I'm not invited, I don't fucking care. When I am invited, I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming and having a blast. That was a fun ass wedding. I've been to a lot of weddings, a lot. And I've never had, and I'm not like tooting my own horn because it was my wedding. I've never had that much fun. It was just a lot of fun. I mean, like we danced. Like people were on the dance floor dancing like it was money competitions. Okay.
Well, and you put on a show in so many ways. Like I can't wait for that video to come out. I'm not sure what that is called, but like when you were serenading her.
When are you talking about my song?
Yes.
I can't believe I did that. I was really drunk.
But you were so like you're a performer. You're a natural performer. And so it was like you were really performing that song.
Oh my God. So y'all, I did one of my favorite songs in the world is Lenny Williams. Girl, you know, I. And I did, that song is like almost 11 minutes long.
Oh, yes.
And I did the entire song to Sean. This was not planned.
Oh.
This was not planned.
I thought this was like choreographed.
No,
and rehearsed. That's how good it was.
This was never planned. It's just one of my, I sing this song to Shantae all the time. And the first time, I think probably on our third date, when she realized I knew all of the words, even the talking part, she was like, what? And when the DJ tried to stop it and I was like, no, I'm not done yet. And I'm just like, when I think back, it's so embarrassing. And I don't know how y'all sat through that, but everybody was like, we loved it. I'm like,
no, it was so good. And isn't it crazy how long songs used to be though? Like 6 minutes. Like they were like full on movies.
Now you maybe 2 minutes.
But you don't even want to hear these songs for longer than 2 minutes nowadays. But yeah, you really put on a performance. And it was just so crazy. I've never been to a wedding where the guests were directed to wear a color. Mm-hmm. So that was a big deal for me because I had some white options, but like it wasn't what I would wear to a wedding. Mm-hmm. And half the stuff was see-through. But I was like, oh my God, I gotta find something white. But I'm so glad that I did. Like
it was beautiful.
It was beautiful just to see everybody in white and all of the like different variations. Like it was just gorgeous.
It was when I show you I didn't show you the pictures yet in the video. I'll show. We're gonna show this. I'm sure we're showing clips now in this. But when we finish filming, I have to show you this video. Everyone was questioning it, like, what bride? What bride tells us to wear white to a wedding? And I'm like, trust me, trust the process. And I knew that because it was an indoor wedding and it wasn't outdoor, which I'm glad because California weather has been tripping.
And it rained as I was walking.
Yes. So this was and everybody kept saying it's not going to rain in California in end of May. It sure did. But I wanted everyone to wear white because I know that there's patterns in the space, the event space. Ooh. And I can't stand, I have this thing with my brain that I like to see clusters of the same color. It makes me feel at ease. It calms me.
That's interesting. So
I knew that I wanted to see all white because the pattern of the event space and everyone's different clothing would drive me crazy. And I knew in my pictures I wouldn't have liked it. So. And
it's crazy because coming to the wedding, I didn't know if it was gonna be inside or outside because California is so beautiful. It is usually outside, right? And so I was like, oh shit, if it does rain, which it started to as we were walking in, I was like, it's gonna be a white
really
t-shirt contest. Yes, it started raining. It didn't like full on come down, but it was definitely like drizzling.
I'm so glad this was inside.
How about if someone again invites you to their wedding, you shut the up and put on whatever they want you to wear. Had you wanted me to wear a clown suit, I would have came in a clown suit. Okay.
Okay, y'all, we just wearing clown suits.
Why are people even questioning what?
I know.
You know what I mean? Did you donate $1? No. So then shut up. It's my day.
I'm so glad it's over. And I want to say this: if you ever get an invite to a wedding and you are a no-show, just know that you are on the shit list of the bride.
Because all you could say was I can't make it, and then they could fill that with someone else.
And that's the thing is we had about 7 no-shows. And when you times 7 times $125 per person plus tax and tip, it's a big deal.
It's a huge
That's well
deal.
over $1,000 that we could have saved, or it could have just went to people that really wanted to be there, that we were like, we're so full. Yeah. So middle fingers up to y'all. I did send out a text message because you know how direct I am.
Yes, and love and
I sent a text message and was like, now why would my dear friend blank, I've put everyone's name in the blank, be a no-call, no-show to my wedding, knowing that I had to pay per person.
Everybody knows that at that point. We're in our 30s. Everybody
right.
knows that.
And I said, well, I hope everything's well with you.
Yeah.
And I got probably 2 responses back of like, I'm so sorry, you're right.
7.
The other people didn't respond. So they've since been like deleted because I see you on Instagram, girl.
Yeah, no, you have a phone that you obviously pick up and look at.
So that to me is like the audacity. Like, oh, you tried to play me. You know, that's what I really want to say. But I'm a married woman now, so.
I love the idea that like once we're married, we're supposed to act different.
We just get more comfortable. You should.
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable. Not like let myself go more comfortable. But like, whew, you know, especially when you got a good one. Cause like, I know Shantae's not going nowhere. Like we just don't live that type of life where we out here making fools of each other and shit, you know?
Which is so important.
Yeah.
So, you know, as most people know, we didn't have a wedding. Tiana and I didn't have a wedding. We actually got married in his mom's pastor's. I don't know if it's pastor or preacher. I never know what word to go with. Was it Christian? Just regular Christians? Okay. Regular Christians is probably not everything. So we got that's not a terminology.
Sorry, Grandma.
We got married in her pastor or preacher's, like it was almost like a cubicle. Like it wasn't even like an office. It felt like it was a cubicle at the time at the church. They're no longer at this church, but and it was so funny because right before he married us, he was caught in some like sex scandal.
Wow.
Yes.
Spicy.
Yes. Oh my God. And so like the whole time, I was just thinking, because he's talking about like commitment and all those things, and all I could think of was like what he had just got caught doing. So he was basically like, he's a married man with kids, and basically.
So y'all still let him marry y'all?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
I love it.
What's crazy is that we were both we had already had Keelan. So Keelan was already 2 months old. Keelan was born in November. We had a wedding in December of that year. And so he's in the pictures and everything. And our photo is so awkward. I know I've talked about this before, but like, it's like that famous photo with the two farmers where they're sitting there with the pitchfork and they just look like deer in headlights. Like, that's how we looked. Like, there was at one point I thought I was going to faint. And I was getting really hot, and I'm never hot. I'm always cold. And all of a sudden, I started like to take off my jacket. I was like peeling off my jacket. I was like, it's hot in here. Like, we were getting married, because it was just so like, it was just kind of like thrown in. Like, this is what we're supposed to do. We just had a kid.
Yeah.
This is what we're supposed to do. Anyways, my mom, like years later, was like, told me she had this dream where my grandmother, her mother, came to her. And they were all at like a wedding or something, but she didn't know whose wedding it was. And she saw my grandma, but my grandma had already passed. And so she was like, what are you doing here? And my grandma goes, I'm at all the weddings. And so my mom was like, you have to have a wedding, because she's going to be at the wedding, even though she's dead. And I was
wow.
Like, it really like touched my heart. And I was like, oh, someday. But my mom at the time, when we, we're going to, whatever, make it official, she was like, here, you can have this money for a house or a wedding. And we said, okay, we'll get a house.
I mean, look, you got to really know. I don't know if I'm ready to disclose how much I paid for this wedding. I'll tell you, of course, off camera. But I'm a bargain queen. And I got lucky because I did my hair. My own hair. It wasn't like this, y'all. It was with my locks. But I did my own hair. I did Shantae's hair. Even when you see a lot of the wedding pictures, you'll see me fixing the girl's hair in the back just because I'm a hairstylist. And I had four or five makeup artists there.
Oh, wow.
Because I had to have like my mom, her mom. She had people on her side. I had all the girls on my side. So it was a lot of us. Yeah. But I didn't have enough hairstylists. But lucky for me, I told everybody to wear a certain hairstyle, so I know if anything, I can be on hands on deck. But
I love it.
It was a headache. Yeah. I don't regret, right? Would I do it all over again? Yes, I would do it differently. And when I say differently, there would just be different people that I would invite. And those 7 that didn't.
You know who you are.
Literally. But
you're never getting invited to a wedding again, let me tell you.
Girl. But I definitely didn't waste any money. Like, I didn't waste anything. Luckily for these 7 people, don't think y'all off the hook. I'm going to keep bringing this up because I'm so mad at them. But I invited an over amount, because I knew I expected at least 10 people
to not show.
Yeah,
but
not no call, no show.
Right.
Like, whatever. So
we had like a wait list basically for the wedding.
Yeah, so we had to kind of bring out an extra table at the wedding. Because we had like a whole extra table of people, which is fine.
And I want to be clear too that like I don't feel like a wedding is a waste. I am still gonna have one someday. I definitely wholeheartedly believe that like it's just a great celebration.
Yeah, and you just gotta know who to invite.
Yeah,
like you really get out your feelings, and that so you remember, y'all remember My wedding was postponed originally.
Yes, that's right.
So there was some people since that postponement that I didn't re-invite. Like one chick, a friend, quote unquote, was like when I sent the message, it was a very long, heartfelt message about a couple of reasons why it was being postponed, but still kind of private, right?
Yeah.
And basically, let's enjoy our year and our summer, and we'll be.
I didn't get this message.
We'll be happy to see you next year because I mean, you were there in my life, like presently. Okay. Most of these people that were
makes sense.
here.
I'm just saying, I want to be a part of all the messages.
Yeah, but it was such an embarrassing message for me to send out. You know, I was going through a time, and one of my so-called friends was like, "Girl, it's not that serious. It's just a wedding." I kid you not. But that was the first bitch to text me when the pictures came out. I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I wasn't there to celebrate this day with you." And I was like,
bitch,
did you forget?
Give her the same response?
I sure did.
It was just a wedding. What? That is a huge deal.
I was like, oh.
And the amount of money that is spent on these things, don't ever say it is just a wedding.
But have one.
I wanted to.
Absolutely. And I better be there.
And then you brought up a good point because I'm so glad because when it does come time to have one, there are completely different people that would be in it.
Yeah.
This is when I had it back then.
Yeah.